Hello, my name is Kritsu and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I finally decided to just go for it. So hi, I'm a 23-year-old hobby artist from the Netherlands who really enjoys video games, animation and designing animal characters. A little while back I had this idea to redraw Genshin characters as animals, and I thought it would be a fun way to combine the two things I enjoy, character design and cute animals. Some of these designs were inspired by the characters themselves, and others were suggested by me, the people over on TikTok. This video is kind of a casual art showcase where I talk a bit about my thought process for each one, how I feel about them in-game and how I think designs turned out. So yeah, let's get into it and see how it all went. Let's start with Kaveh, because of course he's one of my favorite characters in-game. I think he's very pretty, his design is neat and I like his personality. Even during the times I wasn't actively playing the game, I'd still look up the fanart of him, because I liked seeing art of him. In terms of gameplay, yeah, he's not exactly the most powerful character out there, but that didn't stop me from pulling him the moment he was on the banner again. I didn't even care if he was meta, I just wanted him on my team. For his animal design, I chose to make him a bird of paradise. That decision was inspired by his constellation. Originally, I wanted to make him a lion. I think it would fit him with his mane-like hair. But then I realized that mammal characters are always the go-to, and birds don't get as much love when it comes to animal designs. So I challenged myself to do something different and went with a bird. I think the design turned out pretty nice. The colors work well and I managed to keep those little side antennae, those hair tufts he has that stick out on the side of his head. I don't know what else to call them, so I just call them antennae. I debated on how much of his original hairstyle I should include, and in the end I decided to tone it down. I didn't want him to just look like a bird wearing a wig. The idea was to make him more animal-like, though in the other designs I kind of broke that rule because I kept changing my mind. Still, I think he's recognizable even without his usual hairstyle, and I'm happy with how he turned out. Next up is Xiangling, who someone requested I draw as a red panda. I haven't really played Xiangling much in game. She's a 4-star pole-armed character, and I know she's actually super strong when built right. But I always got frustrated when using her because of Koba. He breathes fire in the wrong direction half of the time. It drove me nuts, so I didn't really invest in building her. I only used her in early game when I didn't have many characters to choose from. Design-wise, unlike Kaveh, I didn't hold back on including her hairstyle. I kind of gave up on the keep it more animal-like rule and it just drew her hair. That said, I'm still a little unsure about how her design turned out. There's something about it that doesn't sit right with me. Maybe it's the way her hair color collides with the red fur, or maybe it's the proportions that are off. I can't quite put my finger on it. Besides that, I think she looks cute. Moving on to Nahida. This one was also a request and she was suggested as a ferret. Now I'll be honest, I don't have Nahida and I don't really plan on pulling for her either. The main reason is that I'm not a big fan of chibi style characters in this game. I know some people love them, but they're just not my thing. That said, I do like Nahida's personality. I just wish they used her tall version instead of the chibi body type. It would have made me interested in playing her. Despite that, drawing her was actually kind of easy, maybe because she's a chibi? Her proportions already lean a bit towards animal-like, so translating her in a ferret wasn't too difficult. I think the drawing turned out okay. There's something slightly off about it, maybe the eyes, but overall I still like the vibe. And finally we have Tighnari as a fennec fox. I mean, This one kind of explains itself, right? Tighnari already has animal features in his official design. I absolutely love characters that give humans animal features. His big ears, the fluff, don't you just want to pet his ears and tail? His calm but sassy personality, it all works so well. I've wanted him on my team since his release, but he didn't actually come home until late last year. That was during a special event banner where you could pick a standard 5-star character, and of course I had to choose him. I use him every now and then, mostly for his skill and ultimate. I don't love using bow characters on controller, since aiming can be frustrating, but I still enjoy having him in my party. As for the drawing, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like how it turned out. I feel like I completely butchered his design. I don't know if it was the proportions, the face, or just the way I blended the animal parts, but something didn't work. I'm probably going to redesign him later, maybe after a few sketches to get it right. Usually by the second or third attempt things look better. So yeah, those were the designs I made. Drawing Genshin characters as animals, some of them turned out better than others. I had fun making them. That's kind of the whole point of this video, just to experiment and enjoy the process. Not everything has to be perfect, and I'm learning to be okay with that. I tend to overthink my art a lot, especially when it comes to stylization, anatomy, or just general vibe of the drawing, but I'm trying to let go of that a bit and just create things that make me happy, and hopefully other people too. I thought it would be really fun to show other people's artwork off on this channel, especially if you're doing the same drawing challenge as me. So if you feel like drawing along, you can tag me at daydreamingastra on Twitter or on Tumblr at gritsuastra. In the next video I'll feature your art and give you credit with your social media handle. If you like this video or you want to see more designs like this, feel free to leave a comment or give the video a like. I've also been thinking about doing a Honkai Star Rail version of this idea, so if you're into that game, let me know. I'd love to hear what characters you think would fit what animals. Thanks so much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I really appreciate it, and I hope you stick around as I figure this whole YouTube thing out. Have a great day, and see you next time!